Hello creative friends, it's Eugenia from Art Meltemi's Atelier, and today we're gonna have an voiceover for this bluebird that I painted a couple of months ago while I was in Greece. It was winter up there now. Well, I'm back in Australia, so it's summer. Yeah, so I've done this bluebird in snowy Christmassy mood because it was winter. um, so here you're gonna see me using my traveling palette that me and my son designed it particularly for this trip in Europe, because every time I'm packing up so many art supplies and at the end I'm not using not even half of them. So this time I try to be a little bit more wise at my selection, and I designed it, and my son printed it on his 3D printer. He done all the technical stuff that I don't understand and he created the palette exactly as I asked him, and the palette, and also to have two little jars for my clean water. And it worked perfectly. Actually, I thought that I'm going to be using it for plein air, but I used it all the time, even when I was at home. It was so easy. I could actually hold all my supplies and my sketchbook on one hand and have the other one completely free for painting. It wasn't heavy at all. But I will do a separate video for that. So this little bluebird, I'm using Mijello Mission Gold paints. Managed to fit all 36 colors in this little Aldoy tin. Do I need 36 colors? Definitely no, but because I was traveling and I wasn't sure what subject I'm gonna fancy to paint, I thought to have all the colors that I can have with me. And yeah, but well, obviously I picked for these bluebirds a handful. I'm using orange, light red, cerulean blue, cobalt blue, clear violet, sepia, and ivory black. I've got the list next to the bird there. Also, I will attach the little sketch, so you can print it if you need it for a reference, and we can start painting. As you can tell, I've started first with the bird, so I didn't do too many details, but I kind of tried to leave it a bit loose because it's watercolor, and this time I used a little square brush. I found it actually very handy for some specific strokes for the feathers. It helped me a lot, and all the other paintings that I've done while I was there, I actually used a lot this little square brush. The traveling brush, it was inexpensive, but yeah, it was very handy at the time. Yeah, so I used that orange. I didn't even use the light red that I had put on the side, but I used a lot the orange and my two blues for the bird, and a little bit ivory black and a little bit sepia. Obviously sepia for the branch, and a little bit orange and the highlights. Then at the end I used also some white gouache. I always carry some with me for the highlights, for the glowing berries, and for the snow, and some highlights on the on the bird, at the eye, and at the branch. Really, I was thinking to make like a spring kind of picture, and probably that's why I started with this bright greens on the background and the really light sky, light blue sky. But as I was going on, just as I said, yeah, it was winter, it was Christmas, so I really felt like putting some snow on it. It didn't come up bad apparently. I'm pretty much happy, but those berries, they didn't end up being berries like as a berry. They look more like Christmas lights. um, yeah, the emotion of the days that they were, it came through in this little piece. Yeah, I can see here the date, 27th of December. I couldn't actually do the a little tutorial as I normally do. Then I'm explaining step by step what I'm doing because it was noisy. Yeah, the house I was staying there now, it was small, and it was cold, so everybody was inside, so it was pretty loud. I couldn't find a quiet spot to do a voiceover or anything. But that's okay. I've done the recording, and we'll do a little voiceover now. So yeah, for the once I get to the background, still doing the details of the bird. Once I do finish off with the bird, then I just wet. I'm waiting to dry, and then once the bird and the branch is dried up, then I go and now wet the background. I will throw a little bit green. The green that I mixed up with pretty much I mixed up, or just grab some green. Maybe I grab some green at the end. Yeah, probably that's what I did. When you have all the colors in front of you, you forget what you have chosen. You just grab whatever you need. So most likely, I think I grab some green there, and I throw it on the background. And once it starts drying up, then I mix that green with a little bit extra blue and a little bit orange, so it came up the darker version of that green again, and which looks a little bit more like an dark olive green, and to create the foliage. But to begin with, I had thrown first some dots with of what red would that be? I think I put crimson. I think it's crimson, and I just throw a little bit on the wet sky, just a drop of crimson here and there. So and that spread it. And once it started drying up, then I went in and I added a little bit more crimson round. As you can see here, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just dropping on the wet sky. First I put the light blue, and then I'm just dropping dots here and there, and they spread. Because it's all green. There it is. I pinned some green here. There we are, and I put amongst it. So once it started drying, my greens and my crimson, then I start going in and I'm adding a little bit more green, the dark green, so it doesn't spread completely, and it keeps the shape of the foliage. And I go back to where I put the crimson and added a little bit more shape to the berries, as you can see, so they keep the round shape. And of course at the end I get a little bit white gouache and I put as highlights on the berries. They actually look glowing. I was very impressed how they turn up. Kind of a quick experiment it was, but I do like. I think you can actually make Christmas lights with that technique. Yeah, definitely. I also try to on a piece of paper separately, try to do some Christmas lights. Apparently, they would be good idea for that particular technique. And that was it, my little bluebird. I was happy how it came up. I used my Strathmore sketchbook that I have decorated with decoupage technique, and I think I'm going to make another video how I've done that, because it was the soft case, and I will show you what else I have added on this sketchbook, so and made it really travel friendly. It could fit in my handbag, and I could actually put lots of things, and I didn't even use them. How many things I've managed to put to carry in this sketchbook. Even the palette, I have a slip for the palette that I show you, and actually this time I used all my traveling supplies, and I was very happy. They were light, easy to pack and unpack, and I used them all. So I'm really happy. I will stick with that even at my next trip, and I will share the details about this packaging shortly in a video the next few weeks. For the moment, that's all I have to show you from this painting. Hope you had good fun and you enjoying the painting. Sorry I disappeared for a couple of months. It was intentionally, but I have lots of ideas and lots of photos to share with you, so yep, keep posted. Thanks again for watching me, and hopefully I will see you soon at my next video. And till then, be happy, be creative, and keep painting and experimenting. Most of all, without experiments, hey, we cannot progress. Yes, thank you again, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.